Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm about to have a green week after I hit this, yo. I'm like $24,000 off of having a green week. Let's go. I took all the lighting and equipment out of my room because we just started a podcast. I'm giving away 3 funded accounts. All you have to do is go subscribe and comment on the video and I will get your Venmo. Please go consider it, man. I'm so excited for this. You guys get to see the real unfiltered version of me over time. You guys know I got an inside foot in the door in this whole trading industry. I get to expose all that stuff to you guys and make you just feel so much better about your current situation. What is up, guys? I'm down $24,000 this week and this was really bad. This is one of my worst weeks ever, just from a financial standpoint, not really statistically. I was on around 90 points, which in reality, I know that can be a lot for some people, but when you're trading 1 mini per account, that's really not that much. It just totals up when you have a lot of accounts, and this is kind of the psychology that comes with it. And another reason why prop firms really do so successful is because, guys, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm very confident in what I do. I'm okay, but I'm like that's a lot of money. But back to this, because this is just it's so messed up. I don't have my exact trading order set up, but please just let me explain to you how I tried to approach this week from a trading standpoint. Okay, so you guys know. Again, every 4 hour and 1 hour high and low, I love to mark out. I like to trade off these areas. And you guys see that's exactly what we were doing most of the week. We were looking at these highs and lows to trade off of. Look at this high, gets held. Look at this low, gets held. Every single trade on the hourly and 4 hour played out. But what I like to do is, because I like to trade from 9:30 to 10:30 every day, I actually just like to go on the shorter time frames and just like to jump in and pretty much hold through or get a better entry for these long potential setups. In a demand zone, what I like to do is I like to wait for price to come down on the lower time frames, 2, 3, 5 minute, and I like to just watch a reaction. So that literally, it just helps me get an inside look at what price is actually doing, because you guys know on the 4 and the 1 hour, these candles are really hard to kind of watch what's going on in these shorter time frames because it's so big. Pause. But when we go in the 2, the 3, the 5, we get to really see and identify what price is doing. Each candlestick is representing something. And what I like to do is, of course, in a demand area, I like to look for price to kind of consolidate and pop back up. And I like to look for a continuation back up to the next high. And that is what I have been doing. This is something that I'm very strong and confident in. It just has not been going my way. But price action has been so shit. I hope you guys can agree with me. Price action has not been good since Trump took office. And next week we have some pretty big news releases and a giant earnings announcement week. So it's just going to probably get worse, but I'm still very confident. I am down on the year now, but I'm totally okay with that. I'm not. It's January, bro. It's a long year. But what I like to see is I like to see this push down into this area that's very clean downtrend. And look, price sort of turns around here and we look hindsight. Yes, it actually does. But what I like to do is I like to wait for buys to actually get executed in this area, which right here could be the clear example of that. Price comes back up. We wait for a breakout to the upside, maybe jumping in here or jumping in here. This wasn't a trade I took, but just an example. Let's say we just get in here, then our SO would be at the bottom of this low, getting stopped out here. And even if we did play it down to our zone, you guys see get to a tick, it gets stopped out, and price actually holds this and continues back up. So that was a lot of this week. I was getting the right moves and I was playing the right side every single time. In the long term, in the big picture, it would actually correct itself. I was just getting in too early or just prematurely. I mean, look at it. This is market open right here on Thursday. Just look at how choppy it is. Came back into this pre-market low, bought right up off of it, candle close bullish, jump in there. And these are the setups that I really do enjoy, is waiting for a potential candle to come back down to a low, understanding that this low is extremely important for the session because we are actually in this demand zone, as well as this is the 930 low that we recreated. So this is the low of session since we've actually opened. Comes right back down and price holds and rejects off of it. Once I see that bullish close above the zone with buying off this wick, you see this no top wick really at all. Nice bottom wick jumping right there. Something like this again. Yes, holding this low, but look, we just come one tick right underneath it and push back up and continue up. It was just a lot of bigger moves inside of my zones, and when they would actually come into these areas like this, they would really use the full momentum of this zone. They would really take up the whole surface area of it, get right underneath it, and then continue up. And it was just faking me out. It was a lot of fake outs this week, a lot of liquidity, a lot of just fucked up price action, and it really just came and bit me in the butt. And again, it was a 4-day week. I didn't even trade that much. It was a mess. If I could give you any just insight into being able to lose this much money and not want to jump out of a moving car like I do right now, it is all ups and downs with this stuff. I've said this stuff so many times. It's just like this. It's not this, 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 this. It's like this. It's like a wave, and you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. And it's just so important to not get too high off the ups. Because that's really where the main effect comes in, is because people love that feeling when they have good days. They love to feel great. They love that kind of high that you get. And then when it comes down, you have that same exact feeling, but to the downside. So going from here to here is a giant drop, and that's where your mental really gets affected. You start to second guess yourself, you start to overthink things, and just know, if you're not down 24,000, maybe you're down $1,000 or 800. Just remember about me, you could always be in a worse position. So that's also something good to have. Because I've been trading off the 4 and the 1 hour highs, I'm really thinking about going to micros and just trading bigger moves. It's a lot easier for me to handle, and it's stuff that I really do like and enjoy. And you guys know I'm a supply and demand glazer, and the higher the time frame you go on supply and demand, it plays out even more. I'm just so excited for the future. This year is completely new to us. I'm still down in the year, but it's such a beginning. It's a beginning. We're just in the beginning. I'm looking to backtest more than I ever have. I feel more great mentally. This is the best I've ever been reading a chart in my entire life. My P&L doesn't reflect that, but it's okay. You guys have to look at the bigger picture. People will see my bad week this week, and they'll go in my TikTok comments. They'll hate on me. They'll hate on me. They'll call me a fraud, whatever, bro. Check back with me in a year, bro. Trust. I've never had a decline over a year. Every single year I've gotten better and better and better. Even from a position size standpoint and just from a scalability. Like, this is the stuff I want to look for. Having a low like this on the 1 hour, a really bearish downtrend, price stopping right in this area, jumping into this candle close and TPing at the previous zone. I'm backtesting between targeting here, and targeting here, because you guys know these are areas where I'm expecting price to inverse itself, because the price is below this supply zone. So I'm deciding whether we exit here, we exit at the median, or we exit at the high. I've seen all kind of play out, and I think the median is the best idea for me, because we want to see price get in this area, and it's still sort of conservative. But this is how I want to trade going forward. I want to trade off the hourly highs and lows, and I want to see price reject itself off of these zones, wait for confirmation, jump in, SL at the low that we created, TP at the previous highs and median, and just run it up. And I think I'm going to be way more consistent. I think it's a lot more it's a lot less stressful, because you just kind of enter and you sit back and you just chill. I'm just so impressed with all you guys. I've been reading all the comments, just being so involved with you guys. It means so much that you guys are going out of your way and giving me the opportunity to help you out, to inspire you in any way. And I know being down 24,000 isn't the most inspiring thing ever, but just understand that me being okay right now, me being very fulfilled with my life and currently the situation that I'm in, that is what you should be taking away from this. The fact that I'm down $24,000 a salary, and I'm totally fine. I'm so confident in what I do. You cannot let the financial part play any sort of effect on your trades, because that's when the mental side comes in, and that's where you get shaked out of everything that you are created on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe. I'm really trying to run it up to 100K, and please go subscribe to the podcast channel. We just dropped our first video. A lot more of this coming. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for this. Love you.